As you know, your Liberal colleagues have raised the issue of the meetings, cross-border meetings at Peace Arch Park, and Canadians and Americans meeting up there, up to 75 tents seen there, and wondering if you're going to ask Washington Governor Jay Inslee to have any action on that, or what can be done, especially given the presence of new variants, including the California variant.
Well, thanks for the question, Katie. And first of all, I didn't get to congratulate you on your appointment to the Vancouver Sun. Congratulations on that. With respect to Peace Arch Park, this has been an area of concern. I believe that the federal government is managing those issues as they should. The international borders are their responsibility. I do speak regularly with Governor Inslee. This is not an issue that we've discussed. We have discussed the challenges of residents of Point Roberts, U.S. citizens who must go through Canada to get to the United States. We've discussed a range of issues about our economy and how integrated we are, north-south, between British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, and California. And if we see persistent concerns around Peace Arch, I'll certainly raise that with the federal government, and they can take action with their counterparts in Washington, D.C. But this is not an area that's regulated by the states and the provinces, and I'm hopeful that those people who are coming together to see loved ones in that international space are doing so safely, and I'm confident. I've not seen any advice from Dr. Henry that this is a major issue. If that happens to be the case, we'll take action immediately.
Katie, do you have a follow-up?
Yes, thank you for that warm welcome. I appreciate that. As a follow-up, last week on Friday, Dr. Henry did say that the province is working with the federal government to increase screening at the U.S. border. So is there any progress on that? Are you pressuring the federal government to enhance screening, since a lot of the cross-border traffic, including essential travelers, including truck drivers, are not mandated to have the COVID test to come in? So what is being done between BC and the federal government on the border?
We are working with the federal government on the border, and we're very happy to see renewed enthusiasm from Ottawa on those issues, not just here in British Columbia, but more critically for case counts and infections, and of course the spring break on the horizon is the Ontario-Quebec borders. So I'm working regularly with Dominic LeBlanc, the Minister of Intergovernmental Relations, as well as the Prime Minister on these issues. When it comes to Dr. Henry's advice and counsel to other colleagues across the country, particularly when it comes to keeping our supply chains open, and I know you appreciate by the way you put the question, we need to keep trucking active and ongoing to make sure we've got food in our stores and other essential goods coming from the U.S. into British Columbia. But that doesn't mean we relax our restrictions. It doesn't mean we relax public health orders. And Dr. Henry's working with her opposites across the country to reinforce that.
You know, you were mentioning that it's federal jurisdiction, but in the summer, the province did take action to close down the BC side of the park, citing at the time concerns around how busy it had gotten. So why not create an encouragement to do the same thing on the Washington side, considering we're now seeing tents? And there is significant concern with Valentine's Day coming up that we may potentially see an increase in the amount of traffic at the park.
Well, far be it from me to get in the way of those who love each other, Richard. But again, these are issues for the federal government to deal with. Dr. Henry has not raised it with me that it's a concern. If at the end of this press conference I've got a voicemail from her that tells me otherwise, I'm happy to get back to you. But my sense is that we want to encourage people to have good behavior. And if the people who are coming to from the south to the U.S. side of Peace Arch, and they're meeting with their loved ones for brief visits, I'm reluctant to get in the way of that. If it is a bigger problem than I'm expecting, then I'm sure Dr. Henry will advise and we'll take action.